Yeah. Uh, Good evening. Yesterday we had discussed about the importance of artificial intelligence in our daily lives. We had started what is artificial intelligence and how do artificial intelligence works. We have discussed about key concepts in artificial intelligence like machine learning, natural language processing, artificial neural networks. So we had discussed how this artificial intelligence works, how the data is, how it will recognize the patterns of data, and we had discussed the different kinds of chatbots like rule-based chatbots, retrieval-based chatbots, generative chatbots. Yeah, and we had saw some practical examples how this artificial intelligence can be helpful for students in different ways. And again, if anyone had missed those, again you can view our YouTube video. I hope you have I hope the link was shared in the group. Okay, so yesterday we had discussed how we can use the artificial intelligence for students in different ways. Okay, let us study further. To be exactly yesterday, we had discussed how we can use this chat GPT to what we can say, to clarify our doubts, to understand concepts, to understand what is the real time applications of any topic, the 80-20 rule, where we can learn only 20% of the concept by which we can understand 80% of it. And we can discuss about some memorization technique, and we can discuss how we can prepare any schedule by using uh, artificial intelligence, and we can discussed about quiz, and we had uh, discussed some feedback program, and we had discussed how we can clarify the mathematical and some science related questions using uh, chat gpt. And then and then finally we had discussed how we can use the chat gpt for career counseling and for motivation purposes. And now let us look at further. And apart from that, we can use the chat GPT. Chat GPT in the sense artificial intelligence in many ways. Like, uh, let's say if anyone wants to give any interview, let's say like if anyone is preparing for any job in the near future, and if they want to give any interview, we can use artificial intelligence to prepare for the interview. And how is it possible? Let's say just like yesterday I had defined some rules that we need to follow before asking chat gpt. There are some rules that we need to follow. If we follow the rules, it will be beneficial for us. The output will be very different. Like we need to specify, we need to specify the prompt as much as possible, instead of generalizing it. So the prompt is, first of all, we need to specify the prompt. So so the prompt is, I want you to act as a interviewer. I will be the candidate and you will ask me interview questions. Interview questions for the position of, let's say, I mean, we need to select any company. So let us, just for an example, let us take an air hostess. In Emirates. I want you to reply as the interviewer. I want you to do the interview with me. So here, the thing is like, for the people who had not joined yesterday, for them, there are specific rules that we need to follow while asking any question to ChatGPT, so that we can get the, I mean, we can get as much as specific output for us. So those rules are, we need to define there are some 6 rules. First rule is we need to define the role. Define the role means, just like, we need to ask the chat GPT to pretend to be an expert in that field. So second one is we need to be specific. Like our objective behind the prompt, we need to define it as specifically as possible. And third one is we need to specify the format, like whether I want the output in bullet points, in table form, in simple language, in funny way, etc. And the fourth one is we need to use examples. Uh, like uh, like we need to ask, like, if it is difficult for us to understand the output, we need to ask to explain the same with an example. So like, and we need to ask clarifying questions. And finally, we need to refine outputs. Like we need to refine our answers, and we need to ask counter questions to clarify our further doubts. So these are the rules that we need to follow on the basic level. So that's why, I mean, we can use the chat GPT to be the interviewer. If anyone is going to an interview, we can ask the chat GPT to be an interviewer. For that, I need to, first of all, the rule we need to follow is we need to define the role to chat GPT. So here I am defining the role that I want you act as a interviewer. I mean, here I am defining the role and I am trying it to be as specifically as possible. So this is the prompt, and you can see the reply. Okay, it's just like an interview. How we see the interview, it's just like an interview. So you can see, good morning, welcome, and thank you for coming in today. Before we begin, could you please introduce yourself and tell me? It's just like an interview. You can practice how it looks like in interview. So I can tell like, okay, my name is Arshad. I had completed my post graduation. And I am willing to work here as it's a kind of my dream job. Just it's a kind of my dream job. Okay, just you can see. Thank you. You can see. Okay, now tell me, what qualities do you think are most important for an Emirates cabin crew member to have, and how do you believe you possess those qualities? So it just like in a word, it just looks like interview. You can practice, literally practice the interview. I mean, it can help for interview purpose. So in that way, I mean, the conversation will go on, the interview will go on. So in a word, we can use the chat GPT to be our interviewer, to prepare for any job interview. And next, we can use the chat GPT to create a resume or to create some cover letters or to improvise our resume. So just like for the example, I'm just taking, you can say, I am just taking one cover letter. So let's say I had just taken, this is my cover letter, and I can ask the chat GPT to help me to improvise this cover letter. So I can simply ask, what can I do to make this cover letter better? Please provide specific suggestions and rewrite the cover letter. Just this is the prompt I'm asking. I mean, you can see like it is giving me suggestion like how I can, I mean, how I can improvise my cover letter. And again, it is rewriting everything, the cover letter. And we can ask like we just know nowadays a majority of the companies are applying ATS system, that is application tracking system. So we can just ask it to be rewrite it in such format which can helpful for me in ATS system. Uh, like please, I mean, again it's up to you to use the word please or not. Okay, rewrite the above cover letter cover letter in uh, compliant with application tracking system. And we need to some keywords like I mean, we need to give some keywords because in application tracking system there will be some keywords that we need to check on the job description. So we need to include some keywords. uh, I mean, just for the example, we can write some keywords like some sincere, sincere who is I mean 3 years of experience, something just like. So you can see how it will rewrite it. I mean, it will rewrite according to the keywords. So in this way, we can use the chat GPT for our interview purpose and to improve our resume and to improve our cover letters, etc. And yeah, and apart from that, we can use our we can use the chat GPT uh, for photo editing and modification. Like let's say let us take any image. I mean, we can use chat GPT for photo editing and modification. Uh, yeah, let us take any image. Mm, yeah, and let us just take this image. And we can ask, first of all, what is the current size and resolution of this image. As you can see, I'm getting that, okay, this is the resolution. Now I can ask because in different scenarios, we need to apply, we need to upload our photos, which should be less than some 40 KB, which should be less than some particular size, which should be in some white background, or which should be in some grayscale, or we need to crop the image. So at that time, we can use this feature. Like, I can ask now, can you make it 300 pixels by 300 pixels? Don't stretch the image. I want you to crop it. Make the size of this image less than 40 KB. And you can see here, this ChatGPT had changed this image into 300 to 300 pixels, and which is less than very 40 KB. Like, it had reduced its size so much. Like you can see the image now. It had changed. So, you can see the difference in both images. So in this way, we can use the ChatGPT for resolution purpose, and I can use this ChatGPT to convert this image into any other file. Like, it is in JPG format. You can see here it is in JPG format. So I can ask the ChatGPT to change this JPG format in any other format, like from JPG into PNG format. I can ask it to change it to PNG format. Not only in PNG format, I can also ask it to change into any GIF, or to change into any, if there is any document, like, yeah, uh, if there is any document in PDF, I can ask it to change it into any Word, and we can change the any PDF to Word, any HTML to any other format, any plain text to any other format, MP3 to WAV, MP3 to MP4A, in anything. Just like in a text, we can convert any file, any one type of file to another type of file by using this chat GPT. So, and another thing is, like, for example, and another thing is, we can use this chat GPT for the translation in any language. Like, let's say, uh, let me just show you. Yeah, here you can say, it is language which was written in completely another country. I don't know anything about it. So I can ask Chat GPT for the translation. Just please. I mean, I can ask the Chat GPT for translation purpose, and we can use it to translate. And yeah, as you can see, Korean transcription, I mean, it is which was written in this image, and that image was translated into English. So not on English, we can translate it into any other language as our purpose. And and this is the very interesting thing. So let me show you another feature of yeah. See, this is one of the future. I mean, this is one of the screenshot which was there in our Thingsabia website. Okay, like let me show you. In Thingsabia website, we have this feature. So let's say this looks very good. Let's say this looks very good, and I want to know what code had been used to generated this image. Or let's say this is looking very good. Mm, or let's say, okay, this looks very good. So I want to ask what code, how the code had been generated on this image. So I can just simply take the screenshot of this, and just I can paste it on uh, Chat GPT. So I can simply ask, this is the part of the home page of a website. I want you to give me a code for making something similar. Use a combination of language. I mean, as you can see, it is generating me a code. So just this is the image. I mean, based on this image, it is generating a code. I mean, as you see, I mean, it's not, it can be any website. It can be any website which you like. You can just take the screenshot, and if you ask the code behind that image, and it will generate. So it is one of the great future the things have, that Chat GPT had. And we can use this Chat GPT to generate the image from text and to generate the text from image. Like, I mean, let me take a small example. I mean, he's a founder of our Thingsabio. Just it is an image and there is some text in this image. So I want the text from this image. So I can simply ask extract the text from this image. As we can see from the image, as you can see from this image, the text had been generated. And again, it is the text. Let's say this is the text, and I'm just taking the text. And I can ask the ChatGPT to generate an image from this text. Yeah. So in a word, as you can see, by using an image, I can extract the text, and by using the text, I can extract an image. So, and another feature is by using this chat GPT, I can ask the summary of any PDF, any article, any Word document, any PDF. Let's say just like this is the PDF which I had taken a random PDF, and please extract a summary of it. As you can see, if I start reading this PDF, it will be so many pages. So it will take so much of time for me. And but instead of instead of reading such a vast article, I can simply ask for a summary of it. So it gives me a small summary. In a small way, a complete summary of the entire article. So as we can see, like we can use this chat GPT. Yesterday we had saw how we can use this chat GPT for students in different ways. And today we had discussed how we can use this chat GPT for interview, resume, photo editing and modification, for conversion of any file to any file, in translation, in generating Python code of an image, to change the image to text and text to image, and summary of any article. And apart from and just like and apart from the education, we can ask we can also ask the chat GPT for any diet related questions, to be an fitness coach. Like let's say if I want to follow any diet, again if I want to plan diet, I can ask a chat GPT for that. Just like make me a weekly meal plan. I am 24 years old, male. I need 3 meals a day. And I need a protein of 100 grams. And my calorie limit My calorie limit is 2300 calories. Be as detailed as possible and include the calorie count and protein count for each meal. And finally, we need to tell like I am staying at Raleigh, America. I mean, as you can see, it is creating a meal plan for me, a different meal plan. So in a way, we can use this chat GPT to be as a dietitian. And if there is any food and we need to know whether it is healthy for to eat or not, then we can ask the we can ask the chat GPT. Just like for the example, is the pizza or pizzas healthy to eat? Give it a rating out of 10. So as you can see, the rating 6 out of 10. Occasional, if we are eating with occasional with balanced toppings, 6 out of 10. Regular fast food style pizza, 3 to 4 out of 10. Which means that if it is homemade, then it is somewhat. So again, in a word, we can ask chat gpt to be a dietitian, and if you have any doubts regarding any kind of any food, we can ask the chat gpt. And and we can make the chat gpt to be our fitness coach too. Like let's say just like the let's say pretend you are my fitness coach. Your job is to provide me guidance, advice, and a plan for my fitness, such as it fits my daily routine. And here is some information about me. I am a male, 24 years old, 98 kgs, 186 centimeters. And I work from 6:30 p.m. to 3:30 a.m. And I can do only, I mean, in a way, we need to specify as much as possible about yourself. Like you need to tell it as specifically as much as possible so that it can generate the more specialized output for you. So I can spend some 90 minutes in the gym. So you can see it is advising me how I can spend my time to be a fitness coach. So in a word, we can ask this, I mean, for teenagers like us and for the students like us, we can use this chat GPT in every efficient way. Like we can use this in our professional way and personal way as much as possible. So, I mean, that's it from my side. If anyone have anything to ask, you can. I mean, have you understood what I am trying to tell, or is there anything you want to share?
One question I had was I was just wondering like how AI gets coded. Like what coding language do people use to code AI?
Yeah, could you please repeat me?
Yeah, so I was just wondering like what language, like what coding language is used for AI? Like
No, no coding language is used for AI. Artificial intelligence uses machine learning. Uh, I mean, let me show you yesterday. Yeah. I mean, the artificial intelligence, I mean, there will be no coding in the artificial intelligence. What happens is, let's say the chat GPT which we are using now, it contains a 1 trillion byte of data. 1 trillion byte in the sense, yesterday I had told the same, like recently, I had prepared a Word document of 100 pages. I had prepared a Word document of 100 pages, and the size of that Word document is just 6 MB. But this chat GPT contains data of 1 trillion byte. You can imagine if the 100 pages of Word document is 6 MB, then 1 trillion byte of data, 1 trillion byte of storage, it contains a vast number of data. Like there is nothing left. I mean, it includes everything. So this artificial intelligence, how it works means, it works based on this machine learning, and this based on natural language processing, and the based of this AI, artificial intelligence neural networks. There is no coding here. So here what happens is, normally what happen, there will be input. Like normally, if I am using any calculator or using any traditional computer system, any old computer system, let's say calculator, it will be an easy example. Let's say if I want 2 plus 2, what will we do? We will just place the number plus 2, and we can define the function of that, whether it is addition or subtraction or multiplication, and we can give it the input. So what the computer will do means, it will take the numbers which are 2 and 2, and it will take the program which is addition, and it will give us the output of 4. But in machine learning, like in machine learning, we will give, I mean, in machine learning, what will happen, we will give it, okay, these are the numbers 2, and we can also give the output 4. But we don't give the addition symbol. In press the addition symbol, like in normal programming, we will give the function, what is the function of it, and what are the inputs, and the program will give the outputs. But in machine learning, we will give the input and output. Based on those input and output, the computer need to find what is the program, what is the function of it. So as you can see, these are the inputs. As you can see in AI neural networks, these are the inputs. We are giving it the inputs and we are giving it the outputs. Based on these inputs and outputs, the artificial is generating some patterns, these patterns, recognizing patterns. So based on these patterns, I mean, again, there is some huge database. There was some huge database in the artificial intelligence. Based on those artificial intelligence, there will be a several inputs, several in the sense some several count of inputs and several outputs. And based on those inputs and outputs, it is generating patterns, various types of patterns. As you can see, based on these patterns, it is answering us. So here there is no coding. That's what yesterday we had discussed, that with the introduction of artificial intelligence, there is no need of any coding. Like, I mean, earlier, if I want to talk to any computer, so I mean, earlier, if I want to talk to any computer, I need to have the knowledge of C plus language, Java language, anything. But now I don't need to have any knowledge of any coding, any computer. Just I need to know how to make good prompts. A prompt in the sense the thing which we are asking to the input which you are giving to the intelligence. I mean the thing, and those prompts are in the natural language processing, the natural language which we are talking at now. So here artificial intelligence is recognizing patterns. We have fed it thousands of GBs of training data, and we have provided artificial intelligence with inputs and outputs. We have provided it with samples of how people talk to each other, and now artificial intelligence has discovered the same functions, and now it is able to talk to us.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. And so that's why uh so artificial intelligence, here artificial intelligence doesn't have any mind on its own. So this artificial intelligence doesn't think anything. It doesn't reflect anything. It doesn't, I mean, it doesn't reason anything. So just artificial job is to recognize patterns according to the training data they have been given, and provide outputs based on that. So here artificial intelligence is simply recognizing patterns based on the data it has been trained, and generates responses accordingly. It doesn't use logic, critical thinking, or self-doubt. It doesn't question itself or validate its answers. So, so that's why nowadays many people are telling that this artificial intelligence, if we don't adopt to this new technology, we will be left behind. Like uh like like in the near future, this artificial intelligence may replace our job. And nowadays it had been started to. Now in the many companies, there are no customer care related jobs. I mean, completely a chatbot is replacing all those jobs. And this, like, embracing technology and learning how to use it smartly is essential. So anyone ask to anything?